of case, okay, so for instance, the progress of one of because have what are there for non-violent case and offers what and other victims, okay, so if what they make what's sense of the use when it's such a way often is but if it's gonna well it should be on the first but so only have a necessary support expert solid company but until it's reformed all in ways and end up in case and why then it's not so much of a easy because of this company is it just as a user for what actually victim but that's laser will be deterred enough not to do again. Would be say it's not of confined apples was the case, but also for rehabilitation. What I do actually this services capacity offer what those in what in fact there's a some case even what offer education where which is the individual says actually guess where this is benefit in the desk what pot cases are on what need to be rested and confused somewhere at a times when outside there's a confined what discussing what was the was there is still more just a punishment than the way so confinement case. But one of the things about the here at tdthers is the idea about this kind of idea. One of the things about the recognize about the predeterminist about it's always question how many people unsure with what I guess is to grow but is for it is still what to grow on so what it will lock up okay so the full so it let them to out to what execution. So I guess I really like about it, but they like to also pay for it, that kind of thing for it. Like, but there are so many cases, or they don't deserve to be around the case, or that they need to be well fraudsters, but not happen in the minds with the leader contact case, what a rehabilitation progress. Okay, so really benefiting page. Kind of what be a dream, okay, so what the other what to sing of a hate pain around what your convicts are laughed up by it. Well, you need to pick two something that's what be registered cases, but for not to what have something to when I think about a fear to here not be, but in any this is kind of it's also harm at the free. This kind of idea but is the for purpose correction and doing making not even the point because say so because scam sort of institution. One of the things about that I don't know are there was accomplished persons or acknowledgeable persons in a neurology about the how the human brains work, but I really want to say about it. I really thought about having to really say about the amazing. Okay, what we take written thing are the most knowledgeable to all like so they have to be competition putting and they like that's what we have said about those persons around. What we previous owners have a matter at risk will have a matter at risk. Well no they want to create excuse to keep it. Even so no matter what happens in extras it's got be a but it as long as are being allowed to play, should also receive extra time for a lack of governance pity but fight it is fight again. And spit what true case of faces or acting is or act out this it's isolated from already case. What are the only except the proper this case but only except proper behavior of this case are the only example if they are abusing it but is that are creating a which there's or 80 was also because about 80-way corrections are not about correcting anyway. They're creating mostly while someone else gets paid for to keep the coming back around. Was point out the whole they're taking up a composition which in the place is useful because they are out there they need to be I used to work up local after picking that of done. What have you ever guess you know how to recipe to get in a trouble with the guess to get in but nowadays what you are right so not true but I guess while I start for nothing if you are I guess and take it I guess very will few if they are poor I guess what if it's a fight with the bank holiday what money you will be a 7 what fight with the getting out of guess what if it's with the bank you will be a 7 by 6 a cell for what fight is not getting out of the cell is it was just a fight against a plot it doesn't get any that's that case period is serious get any easier as you can with what guy this is will be benefit to animals if they are dangerous right around but you know the most rated for the case all on the case with the population dogs on or I have spent 60 alone there were the 6 hours with the general population of a dogs so everybody see how this is a barbaric punishment case talks around with a spread rate 6 alone I guess 6 weeks around 6 hours with the general population where people are afraid of it all but how is it so that better than of paying with the offenders are well I mean along with our studies that's kind of question around when for example you are in for a save guess if for example you are I guess over this case so the is better to pay beat another by hardcore offenders Peter or solitary confidence was tänne, okay, so poliittisen will support kind of all the campus cases, so the other people to the solid campus of the experience, even as before. Well, I don't think so. There is way, guys. It's depending on who you are, I guess. Interesting. This seems to be very subjective about the 6 weeks of solitary confinement, I guess. Well, you can just sleep around and just think about it. You can actually sing in a tool something, guys. But well, that's okay. So it's not so bad. So you're almost on yourself around, I guess, with it, or with only to wear. If there is any exists that kind of what kind of get the talk as possible, I guess. You know, with all the ways to wear, confidence actually more efficient from because this time more useful, I guess, a time, I guess, in general, and allowed to leave there. There will be less, I guess. So that's quite interesting, like, active what decreased down the since, I guess, we need a lot of time out there with the fellow gangsters. In order to leave this says, or should be treated, what even said to the keys, okay, so what it should be allowed all the time, and it is as a books, okay, so what if you can be up for it? This thing can't be all the time, what it be? Well, yeah, but so the company is what ultimately would be around, so these people were doing there, there's no one want to stay by the company, so for the last long time. For some persons who have no interest for the person's content, the person's surroundings, he's so here freedom. Okay, so if they don't have this, where that's quite interesting about it. This kind of a freedom about it. But going, it's definitely kind of a free decisions about. There's got a lot of different things I have to say about. So kind of losing freedom about it, but they lose more and more when why not to confine ways a choice but corrected by choices. This kind of interesting about like okay, so the predator is where is acknowledged about something like a predator or an inability, incapability to otherwise about it. That's kind of interesting about it. I don't understand why it's not acknowledged about this kind of thing, and that's kind of why the other case thing around here is. I don't know why they don't talk about it. So where there's nothing about show what it could be, what you have a history of health and responsible manner system, but by doing this, well, a decreased amount of doing raise or but is cut down of it and the spread of inside. What you must have is spread away the place. What the land of five, in my opinion, is a word that was just like a keeping of a lock it up in a small room. But it's like a keeping of a lock it in a small room. Or a steal, like that's what I was seeing it was for. I was thinking it's right. I think about it is a cell for, I guess, so with no content, it's a pretty dark reality. I think what it should have better with confident instead of try with the math, I guess. Or when there's a confining driving. What is this overuse? It has to be going to crawl. I used to put it, so it should be more careful regulated. What a key around here. Somebody always like about something a little bit depending what easy. Maybe one of the things is like everybody have a capability to any very dangerous to what this means that all the case to what dangerous people who are basically because to himself such as Santana. What in case has been what danger that means the case are cows or risk they have a bully about the kind of was get into trouble because the impulsive actions of the case can be, for instance, someone arresting from what we should to a consequence of which have in common case what stands can be, for instance, someone arresting from a shop without to a considerations. So it doesn't have to be a danger to the legal sense of what the concept of is more vacuum, less narrow, demarcated. But approach is differently. They want to know exactly which is possible. The whole serious of this, the whole like the whole thing. What is to have as a take to legals as the word for it. What the whole imminent, how could hazard is, how likely it is recur. This external local make it weird. The first part is why the question was a quotation, but the statistical, the lower the incidence of certain event, a certain population less accurate than the case with really. But they may often fall because when method of predicts has accuracy rate, the amount of the tendency can be found to be then of this can be correctly identified will be incorrectly identified as a data. What one of the can be found to be dangerous amount 10,000 of the but the honor of the remaining case the whole honor ticket is the case and it would be wrongly identified as a dangerous or it just means that in order to lock up a dangerous people who are not dangerous will have to be locked as well. What in real situation is much more as a dangerous is not predictable with a reasonable reliability. Error margin are probably what I guess what is that refers to. Of course, the same research institutions reported the prediction has since I did probably number they should people repeat proposals of refinement the prediction so nonetheless go with the research is assumed that but nobody's dangerous. I guess So as a prediction that the current is closer to correct than any other prediction because of what is based. Or second prediction is who have a constant tensor is a great deal with the prediction, particularly gain. Use a positive that can be predicted only intuitive, like only meaningful factors seems to be has occurred several times in the past. The more often have done something, the more likely they are to decay. Or that makes a prediction regarding the first at highly speculative. Was first of the highly speculative. The third is that the danger does not come of falling out of the sky, but as every other case is managed by outbreak there is a circumstance of this report basically as the existence to all the sort of factors. The explanation is a predicted what could be one factors which should be realized totally by involved committee the subsequent behavior appears almost no relation to proper breaks with but it could be that would never have been violent but also respond to violence to involuntary hospitalization or a converse that usually people who have during the incarceration are not violent what have been so if not incarcerated because the people who during the incarceration are not the case or what have been incarcerated but it's found that the group of committee involved to the threat of there was no more violent behavior than a comparable who were involved the committee for other reasons case it's given that there is a fact no difference of two cases if a chance of predicting behavior in the context of factors what if impossible to ask the weather prediction as well is whenever a comedy crowds of predictions behavior change the testing that is a trial for subsequent display appears as any valid feedback a predictor or when a comedy subsequent display appears so plays a high ripple can never be expected from predictive process so which there is no feedback is which there is no feedback like never be expected from predictive procedures or episodes or treatments so great but however went to this is no comment that later display this what if we should have developed a concept for a purpose of intervening with the treatment as could predict someone's energy cannot do so we observe with the present condition presence of the what constantly knows that serotonin what also with the incorrigible according to him because they have no predictive vulnerable respect of behavior or recorded with the treatment one of the all of their causes the data to be influenced opinion and the discipline of the cheating one. The sixth is the right of examine clinical and are inefficient ways to approach the breakthrough. Examination was developed for a purpose of Sweden. Four of the studies who were concerned by a while committee measure found that repetition offense was merely connected to factors, but because another factors in which you can reliably predict of the mood points of the concerned impulses actually interchangeable. Certain are in themselves considered yes occasion returns classification. Whether the fate so-called are illustrative so-called with the patient when maximum incarcerated the maximum cleans for the insane to transfer the ordinary orders all they have remaining details after respiration as they were considered to be too related. After 4 years old, these people were able to have a display facial behavior. What inside of or outside of it implies that they no longer display dangers, or that difficulties that can be terrible for a pop. For the matter of how risky someone will be featured difference is so complex that there is an accurate evaluation is quite impossible. Or is as much as possible reasons like the dangerous behavior because people find to know better predicting that others in fact that no other can do a reliable case. For each correct prediction is always very incorrect so in some of the dangerous behavior is not predictable. In regarding repeat case so prediction is inaccurate so and remotely prediction also regarding a patient who have never felt any nor proven to be so who are even remotely accurate prediction is also regarding patients who are never valid or proven to what any what the proven to be so in normal the systems cases are case accuracy teaching my best or have actually performed next which they are look at based on to allow it because of the off chance they might be in the future become but the discrepancy between aspect level said that all this types of details is so provided what created evidence from lack of having a disorder rate as a best of fair game. What renders the person was fair game is some of the author have pointed that the subsequent involved kind to people also come the ground on which decisions are made that innocent can be investigated strictly inadequate for such investigative decisions. What if the person dangerous ascribed by the patient money also got to put that education as level of this case must common amount than amount against what the dangers must common as a amount known against when criterion makes the congress arrest among the population or reality. Meg niimoodi ka level according estimated how we can break the only Titan is already concretely directly motive manifest on whereas you had to know what you cannot do about the task, but it seems to be the actual applications. So in case might willing have done, but so in case think about the deterioration factor here, this is here on what point is the conflict interest the bulk of fight coming to last. What is only are expected to pair for an impulse that is determining case, so the left was expected to signal pointer on do money to lead to have basically avoid the place unpredictable recording actually respect the manifests of both immediate danger because we have what we'll have treated putting others is when you get will not wait for to have action and transpire because what we mean is PI said as sort of part of shifter or institution just about API made it because of what criteria when his someone is sort of for the predict but gonna be almost not example from actual no critically know the watching here can be a predict or that as already been repeated display but predicting with reasonable is impossible a previous step of contest on so what is a previous table of contents we are repeated display the biological notes on psychiatric heretics theory case and psychiatric cultural responsibility regarding physical and causality responsibility case regarding this the validation. What I prefer to take a closer look at causal responsibility. What's some comments like about causal responsibility? You know, what the cause is controversy got cons application. Well, there's something what will be a relative cause effect with that is often called statistical causality complementary. It's analytics runs to the red light causes the collision monitors behind the other car. Rest of the car prosecutor to the collisions will be now making out of it be fired. Okay, so what do the collision will now making out related be fired is client to will change to ever keep continue indefinite is significant as another element that was unknown for unforeseeable. One argument what is a responsibility takes a different meaning of its difference because addition when coupled with concepts of responsibility distinction me to pay responsibility, feel responsible, hold the another person responsible. All these interesting remarks are constantly recording. According this is constantly something that happens to the person. It is the event with the natural conscious of its victim for which the responsibility was every recorded concept is relevant. Was with the person after having been involved in accident. It doesn't he constantly that he was but theoretically responsible for it. But he will be theoretically responsible by whom a case and indirectly responsible for his case or if also that the accident cause cannot be clearly determined someone else is to play. What the accident cause cannot be clearly determined or someone else is play is the good to the force case and all the same. The accident is something that happened for which the therefore. The second I should think about the hunger, what makes in some cases a thing. But if some case the brain doesn't operate, so operates there is something kind of had to do with the brain, how operate case. Well because effective with whether this is with visiting case. Direct is direct what indirect responsibility when people of his visit with and knew that there is a risk that but don't know that what be with the inner catalyst what in have because there are punish case for a person is a heavyweight for develop because here was certain in the responsibility he knew that the case in the south he is the people because responsible for his but only didn't respect the fact that the risk he took as a particular as a what quickly expanded to one form of the direct responsibility involved the number of such of called occupation medicine index operates called the illicit behavior that he has this case what causes abuse of behavior but in fact it's possible that when caused that this illness is known and can be influenced by impulse their responsible contracting the heavy from the vortex before not have been indirectly before the link between and a long custody discovery case. What feel responsible for the case small research of even suggested case. There is always a separate responsibility the concept person is responsible for physical usually indirect responsibility of the indicator therefore how it indicates that people tend to feel quite as responsible for being ill. But you have to lock it for danger from plot like this kind of discuss this very interesting about what the gas has been lucky with the protection has been should give you so this be because it's dangerous that must be the case so lucky because there's or quarantines or a snapper relationship. It's kind of interesting about the public health or but sure on have to take off the part insurance what allows about indecent images okay so what photography on it there are a lot of entries potential like I said there's always kind of a thing about any Ines oats around here. Well, I check here, if one loses an eye, or the chef loses, case on one of a feet up, case on gives us a pallet is branded, that's the case indefinitely was branded around. So I guess like interesting, it's kind of a case studies about it. Somebody have a not amazing much time around this kind of thing around here. What it was still indefinitely, somebody getting typical tacker getting a face picture as a case on one of the preparation was branded when it comes about the boisterous behavior at the equation was another man was prosecuted yesterday that the purpose kick it against and what his left was so bad it had to be removed against insured against was pair pulled the was called here that has been sent to the tree removed against it's very dangerous after all provocating about the so I guess you really have to think about it very seriously about what the car heard that it has been sentenced to the and one of the guys pushing about it, but there is some kind of when things become very serious about it. What are the 3 times when the opponents are kicking even hit you several times with the stool. What a case what's kind of the pure last one of that if case after you play not quit what should get sentence he the indeterminate sentence for protection would have the server minimum in it before he get posted for I thought even though the similar case of violence the previous incident, but it seems to me that the presence risk of the should say mitigated state bodies of the rest of those recurring events, so they would go on looking for it, but those react when he's report to his story he made down at case. I guess it seems to be a process security case. Was this that was prepared to use sexually by the case was no match him anyway. Against someone who was extremely violent, match with the lost which is was means of the degree of it was prepared to engage. Because it creates against bodily injury. It was really nice to use this as what extreme kind is to talk as unpredictable therefore a concept risk. No, that it was a way that other people would call greater meal and some that the victim was his violence. Would it be had the police by touring it after you show it the same respect for that. That's going to what the respect has to any. So last but in this case, there's a lot of different thing about it. This thing like I said, the first thing comparison. I guess only about personal inmates are dangerous. Why there so many people look about inmates or I guess what a patient does because all of the feds lock up this is indefinitely. One of the things about when somebody gets stuff is that was sprung about the here society. What you can help you are here to help you. What can it be? What's gonna help you if you do not cooperate? If you fail to cooperate, we will make you waste. Well, the year was when the first was to become the corporates would take over the civil functions. But the irritation were open the fact that they live in a country was undertaking a massive effort in history to lock up a substance specialist, the population, not for a tribe corporation profits on what every week more than there's a where becomes a too to spend years of labor for mega corpus private other factors with basis for less than 1 hour it gets paid for entire day works. So I can ask about here there's a problem about not here this but how this society works yeah this is a problem guys here. There's something that's unequality that why can really it doesn't really matter I guess because it's inequality here it is and all kind of different issues it doesn't matter I guess I can myself whatsoever appreciate that because of that is just really matter there's all kind of a predator mystic of this universe so let's have a set together these are the real issues unless they are somehow to really some solutions I guess there what we can discuss about again you really put that kind of in what happens with where they are not involved with those because you know the fact that the nature of them are or for opposites our groups are lucky for what where what they were involved when the first was it over the when he solemnly or pledged the number of the in discovery of the he solemnly pledged the double of the number in the rate of the cost of unestimated put a lot of people on the press of the what we can work over the so there will be what enough of the field is what clean after what is of a mystery. What you need that the only other word because made the profit from operation was general for fines what they need regulation. This isn't even a county properties is from cases or what the coffers or the agency paid for assisted car what But when you think about what for over the thanks with the case is what band of fear who might find recruiting is what would the stop the case okay, so I was just getting at and played more the prophecy in case well, I guess was very shop from this initiative it is the place it was got the operating system paraphernalia. What I was telling about the cross sector repository jails are another cross sector has grown faster employee but has grown faster in the corrections than any other areas corrections. So it's kind of interesting about the ideas about behavior as a kind of a couple of reasons why is it not so it's about the freedom as like an individual case about kind of difference diversity here as a is that kind of self-business. So because all those achievements are nothing, so because they all are subjective, and it's kind of everything. And that's why this kind of person's failure, is what I'm not playing about the things, alright. I'm not playing on the self-business and any certain oneness, whatever they want. So case I think about the. So they're not really anything special that so whatever they say, whatever they do. Like every human being, so there is not massive a huge difference in the subjectivity about the like a comparison about the or from the lowest rungs of the when we do the simple truth of the disproportionally. So yeah, angry about that kind of country. I've got different issues make it annoyed about all kind of different things around. I'm very annoyed about it. Whatever seems because the paid period was increasing. What is customers why more is going to? The answer to the question is okay, so what else happened? What one of the main reasons of motivation, what influence has to do with increase of SNS, what a ruling is what see to populate from what they exit from the then from if they create more and more of Lazaristic face to the right. With policy what the founding is and I say the famous cities what lose the as one big bang but I was still have to keep at it one by one. Was in the name of the safety, lots of correctly lobbies, was more of a in effort to increase the rate a bit tougher, a bit tougher, Well, that's kind of interesting about the sort of for about the kind of persons, whoever, looking for. We know about that, it's reality, about the subjectivity. Like at the most of the cases, who are what everybody are quilled to something around, or to do this that the case and what have nothing to do with the rates about the difference is the more of it so stop it then we should have no at all we see some more stop it then we should pay at all but still has one of the rates because of the present demand for them that's also part of the reason that they are people which the past but didn't merit the case and they didn't mind about them. The Polish was succeeded was the what for the readers was that they failed the readers to succeed in the Polish was probably its products if they were a chance sense of but mostly for the first but keeping exploring it would be better still more of its cost. Ask about that they just keep it pace encourage the rate about the it is speed the case amounts of STLS to about the or forward about the stick of the prison reform and it's a profit so profit making but canvas you have one of the things about the why is a profit making I think about ask about that don't want that kind of thing or is never should be given ever no matter what the case so no matter what the profit maker and that's the case so why is it a failure about the money cases, but it is subjective of course, so there is interest, so who there it is a success for them. And but anyway, there's looking for it, there's always somebody who loses about whatever it is, you see. And that's the case is that kind of about what happened, what okay, so pay. Well, definitely they're going to play, but what the officer need to keep the taxes so high that the justify spending that they do. We're going to definitely to play right there. Well, to keep this. Well, taxes high to justify spending that they do. What they are going to keep what is their rioters to fear what they bring up all the tense and they will black war on riot town on with more about to bring under the tourists to tiger creeper on. What we should follow shape was legal sanction exercise of guys if a certain what we are most like you prove when system we approach them and as a private around a corporation do something around front of what is the time of practice of the PS of trying what the to use of a corporate profit centers before all countries in price or the as long as there are it's matter leader which of us occupy the cells which of us occupy the case around education kind of interested discuss ruminations on star different kind of a state or in dissemination think magazine I guess attached I guess those say or I guess sometimes I study about when I guess created by the task of where you think be locked up to be a dangerous self or but plans to revive I guess ahead of it and reveal what has done about this kind of thing. You don't accept this learning about this very good West. So this is what I should not ask with why I has to speak with the what okay sure I have the pause to think about a minute before answer. Yeah, okay, that's this is because I have a different good article I create because there are so few that I have it for remember them. What I have a difficult article I create because there are sort of feelings that I have a rough for remember. But it's because what I have a constant express of asking the question what the people about it. The kitchen had in that tell and that with some of the things what I think I might be able to grasp. What I also like is that we should ask us a question that really see the what's the way he's doing things. But like every day we or they pay less tax, but that the only request they have attention is that it's to pay for money other things that and look at the first place. So this is when they started chatting about the government was created by who are supervised entities. To ask about why does it ever so we know about that case. I know about that case. One of the things about the somebody is given about that kind of reality. And one of the things I was thinking about Apple is okay, so they asked the way you're thinking about it should be what dates are out so what should be happening with all this work close at one as nations or how you know the answers to get the amazing an industry handler so to get about the clever hope by the guy or the private industry with it and it can prove the case and has no overeducated the picky with the case. And that's just an ace. Well that's gonna another thing around. Sorry guys, don't worry about the fact that every that exists has a benefit and success that possibly even because solid overcoming. But this is quite interesting about it. When I talk about everybody here, you're for some kind of a like I said, like a persons, like if how they operate, whatever you do, they're kind of a stereotypes. Like a you to stereotype. What I see about the stereotype, okay, so they confirm in the stereotype predictability about what to do or whatever. You know, I say, well. I'm not surprised at anything. So one of the surprised at latency, but one of the things you front about some kind of adoration or the general people of some species that they like well I suspect that they can't work with their force with the lead on for speech or the longer relevant speech with way might often other what this is called so that is punishable but right now I'm doing so that is speaking about the well like everything have this auto element or I was trying to explain about the war I guess it's perfectly acceptable except all parts was credits a power and also the while of 24 right so that's also the conduct itself by be a limit arena for which it was created what exists by consent of the Kubernetes case but too many cases give the concept for it to break that they want to deny to the liberty ancestor and what they want to deny is about the concept of having posting door at the case. But the liberty case that what I posted a look at so the talk what the case residents there the place up our Discord that the suspect didn't have to plant the CC2 the case. But it's that's okay they have a right to country of the case tries. It's like it's to have a certain process that's the price. Okay, so Kubernetes sure in Apple are so they have to talk about the reality about it. As a case here on it is but so if I ask about how in what respect looking for different other respect about how the nations work of the what is responsible for a loss of a freedom support without seeing the fact that they become internet states that are live interparasitaxio for the state of the car. A little bit different about it. I used to make the power answer case. I don't know exactly that they want to watch around. Well that's very obvious problems. So well that is kind of obvious what they learn about the next files or something guys so it's a Kubernetes because they don't want to know why I'm at because they want to know what they specifically not that the make use of more as a problems or isn't it constantly it's I guess kind of a setup so I guess is what risks that to try to travel freely in the private privilege but was often previously only after it gets quite a poor case of instance what I have to get to answer they end up knowing more what they know about the government about the case and Walker and what I told the all these things it doesn't what it does is down I guess it's constant makes wonder what changes the situation when they say that somebody there's a lot of different things about one of the things is a kind of exceptional lab but somebody goes to like those kind of exceptional labs are they what I wonder if there's a was to get them to awaken this case what president case something that analyze whatever, but is it always happy for starting on it as kind of force it altruism on what a plus revise I hate it case or what place the police point look it up as long as the healthcare system is panic it says that they has to act before what they then case I hate it with trial what revise I hate it case what what the purification so he's not like so negative feel about the case. You might be know about somebody can have done anything and that kind of thing. What I think is so about that kind of thing. So I thought myself that it got okay. So are you still even against this kind of action around it? It's like OPT's action is not case and is, but it's like showing up with a real consequence. Everything have a real consequence. Certain respect around like this kind of pull, it's just a video game. It's just make a huge difference about this kind of it's like a energy to pull the kind of real life about the saying about everybody have a capability to pull that kind of thing. Everybody has that kind of a capability. One of the happy to labor like to start overrepresented of that that's yeah. Okay, I think so. That's what the price of the case of previous what as was possible a way to keep what no one look at as long as the but then with the question of what treatment change, or should be full as possible in case well, what happened? Yeah, the question why the fan big and small but high tech is something that can actually with almost the proper I guess or also keep it because some of the proper use of the confidence it has of confidence to spread back to communities I guess what if Windows patient went back in the communities because of convenience education? What were they made climate is that what there was any system that good yeah, the potigate for now. What else to get the punish impossible card they are free to go. What else the video has come with the punish impossible by what was the best of use that work at any other way case then either there's a CRN. Okay, something is coming back around here there's why I am here there's a virus about this kind of thing. One character is a community just that what they can like back to told that fancy. Possible change I guess Slammet case in Chielpan Slammet case sen inaccurate research with go lead the error notation look it up case plan Slammet or what public case or I lock it up at public protection or who prayed the two case was said for protection after one he will continue the offer yours. What is this sympathy is because some cases think about the what the sympathy is to play humor so case is like every some cases who idolize about the universe working a predeterministic way or nevertheless or this kind of thing or and there's a different kind of way about thinking. That's everything inevitable is okay, so I guess the accept is inevitability is here. The alright no the accept is a thing around here. Ways it's very obvious always be about it. So I guess it's not always still about it because it is to think about what I said after I guess would be the thought using it is to receive of or are ever realized case people would receive the senders are ever realized case well that's kind of case after case what's that public protection that's case to what case the citizen case minimum of it before the case can apply for what is the case from when it was the case should case is the case is the case of why he was a trial that way for it was criminal in basically false side of the curriculum accurate there was a trial false name or there was a case for praying about the case last year a beat with this with the second one and two of a beat with the last year I guess I'll just I repeat all I guess actively the second abduction because of a fire patient and the new phone equality all sorts of teenagers heavily internet patient and not quality but it's going be internet case see there's all the offers case I'm going to go that I will remind the page study at there is a single risk others I'll come with the case or satisfy yet there is single risk others you come with the auto for this office is type on this kind of interesting it was satisfied but so knows that this support public works means very few resale one are ever related case but knows that the support protection means who resale one are ever related on then I think it's about is doesn't make it this difference on here because with Slammeter on sympathy case, what the teams of the attacks like a new fake danger. We do attack says a cool no case accidents afraid of protecting quite the serve as a danger animal. This maneuver connected is set free on a different kind of key TV is knows about what's case for campaign horror case for public products is satisfy positive danger rather in person that is punishment case whatever is a spanner like I said it is somebody so it should be permanent like if is that shouldn't they be permanent is so case that is a candles occasion okay okay so what outrace over against offenders against also would have exposed themselves would also fall to have exposed against like because there's no again all the hold the just deposit will if you when first it is what you are against if you guys home and find your right are not nice against instincts what like various things that offer it you would like to do what case with Sarah what I repeat what one reason why the cases takes is are prohibited for the state from taking the lab in hands of this ideas of in case a person inflicted pussy but well what being wretched push your essay for associate breakdown are not like what this proposed to the actual office case ideas of a thing is a person inflicted earning over victims in the state as subscribe to modern notion of its justice with as a wall not against was violated by the key state responsible work in appropriate policy for a perspective case was more about a simple case that's the key aspect case policy that the stage actually case it is was the AGN responsibility by inflicting vacation punishment what does recognize now the company for retributive because it's a retributive because theory for this idea what justice said was means comedy is inflicted because it what is has a committee of offer base for what the state of events of this because the state that takes or events of this it's a case but censure is more than simply extraction reparation the aggressive but policy is simply paying for it because it's a responsibility for offense because what is it was simple for it pay for a grant my that takes is simply paying for it because it's a responsibility for it but it's going to come with because as long as you're prepared to pay the punishment it's what the committee case as long as you prepare to pay the case what the case prepare to pay the punishment to the what the police is saying that you shouldn't have done this because the fact that you have a been is not means it was if you have done it case but there is sense that if you separate case would do otherwise case if there is what capability if there is possibility case would have some difference yes I would have this thing or the case right to say what was primitive points are those repeated was probably points are those that repeat the case I thought its points were suffering the same as the case if it is I for two things regarding why is work don't work it remains if it's all in the form of the type of for what this remains it at all only in the form of the it's also the most important part of the case more is a replication that's what it's also with they take a form other restrictions what this a measure terms of time of the various equivalents of so many years ago so what price life is not what tariff for the question about the western to work how much it is by the guy well the more spectacle I guess and I think they can know as with the appropriate tariff for is in price about the but how many years that they should find the fraud this so if we're talking about the case of deprivation so I want to stop the speeding of the petty PFI but more the value of the taste what other problems of people now what they keep back on the fact that of a proper inequality diversity but such difference because about the impact of sentences probably because about their appropriateness of the impact of it but with equality the process differential motive is a comment way okay someone be a censor at when it has driven them to what maybe the like a number of what burn in order to defeat against a sort of should be what was caused with that has a team that would set the staircase who puts it the whole individual responsibility of what has done to what when in reality is product of what has done to human ratio but in the case is what the universe is all about whether one of the which could is the social condition that tries this into case what magistrates around here that's very interesting I think about it here this also kind of a social condition tries this into taste and what magistrates I remember 1 year ago but looking at the matter of stamp of particular citizens that was a brief for offer it will take away different perspective at the reasons what they're finding a lot of company of follow that even if the runs in the west what may be opinions that can be all the best on the customer case but on other times related background this is one key even harder price of in his honor threats och about the same number of years custody for was offered of say okay so that may have got a different effect of their life for but there's different this one is to keep it harder than a prophecy okay so in his another threats was the same was a number of custody for the often of say we have got a different effect so that the sense may effects quite different so but what it was so references condition what the relative background office could be taken into account about the mitigates a different impact of case said this is case because knowledge about whether this classification extra attribute police denunciation is sensor behalf because some guns about appropriate must be presupposed okay so what vandalizing is alike to the fine shot those what if you case and the same offense okay this case is starting again about 4 months in a fine case what even with based on this cause maybe about particular in a modern what society characters a culture pluralism obviously gärna gets different different identities because that's every look about actually what's particular details do it if you have the same perspective of the seriousness to say in accurate that what it was to make the NASA more serious than any other simply financing it become 2 times accurate is still affordable causes support while it's just a for it was supposed to fight us so what there is no absolute there is also what the more complex there are growing numbers of what they call with most of all has little fear doesn't know what to think about them so the like so whatever sorry the point is to some calculation of financial regulation is a technical infringement of financial regulations a panel like as a public tendency for was it this is a research panel like there's a research case police aspect the columns is today or the clarity of the contradictory police what the depend for is work up all of the arguments about it but also assumes about decree agreement in society about how it should be dealt with thus there is plenty of room for a complex amount of chat